In this segment, we'll be covering understanding stage directions. Now, as you're writing your play, you already know pretty much what kind of theater it's going to be in. You want to be careful to not make your set descriptions way too detailed. There are 4 different kinds of stages. One is the proscenium, which you're probably most familiar with, and it came about because of the proscenium archway over it. It doesn't necessarily have to have that archway, but basically it's saying that there's a space separate from the audience, a space up there, usually where the wings and backstage areas are behind the curtains, and the audience is out front facing them. Another kind of stage is the thrust stage, which means the stage will actually come out into the audience. It's similar to a model's catwalk, that sort of feel, where you've got your audience on all 3 sides. The other kind of stage is theater in the round, and that's where there's audience all around the actors, and the actors will come in from entrances from the outsides inward in the middle of the circle. And finally, there's the created space, which we have a lot more of those today. And that's basically where you take any space and turn it into a theater. Could be carving a part out of the side of the mountain, just something different and unconventional. In a proscenium setup, when you're giving stage directions, you would do it as if I am here facing the audience, and it's my point of view of my right being stage right and my left being stage left. And it's a little bit of a switch because you as the audience out there, this is going to be your screen right and that's your screen left. But again, think from the actor's point of view, stage right, stage left. Now, centuries ago, the stages were actually physically raked forward. So back here, this is called upstage, and it was physically really upstage because it was raked, and this down toward the audience is downstage. So you have, this is down left, this is down right, this is center, down center, this is up center, up right, and up left. While we're talking about stage directions, I wanted to mention a friend of mine who writes for a wonderful theater group in Hollywood, and he writes very dark, dreary, but very exciting plays. And he does not put any stage directions whatsoever in his script, not a single word of stage direction. And I asked him, I said, if you're submitting this to different companies, isn't that going to work against you? And he says it may very well, but basically, I don't care. This is my creative choice. I don't want to write stage directions. So he writes none at all. And the good thing is that the theater knows his work, and the actors love to bring his characters to life, so he can be as eccentric as he wants. So when it comes to writing character directions and stage directions, give the director some freedom to create. Give the actor some freedom to interpret. Write what you need to make your story work.